This episode of the Tin Dog Podcast is dedicated to Andre Tessier for becoming a patron of the Tin Dog Podcast over at patreon.com/tindog. Thank you.
Scanning for audio.
Welcome to a Tin Dog Podcast. This time, talking about Torchwood release number 5, The Uncanny Valley. $9.99 for CD, $7.99, that's pounds, download. Right, I just need to say that these versions of Torchwood have completely brought Torchwood back to any semblance of respect that I had for the series. As you know from listening to me, I'm a huge fan of Torchwood Series 2. I liked Series 1. Series 1 was perfectly acceptable. Yes, it had some clunkers. And yes, I am looking at you, Cyberwoman, but we don't need to go there. Series 3 was where it lost it, and I don't even want to talk about the others. But I loved Series 2. Now, Uncanny Valley has the same feel of that glorious time. Let's read the synopsis. What has made billionaire Neil Redmond emerge from his long solitude? Captain Jack knows the answer, and is prepared to go to any lengths to prove it. A couple of years ago, Neil Redmond was in a terrible accident. His recovery has been long and slow, and now he's back looking better than ever, much better than ever. Dark forces have been behind Neil's transformation, dark forces that Jack has been hunting for a long time, but Captain Jack's never been able to resist the darkness. Written by David Llewellyn, directed by Neil Gardner. Again, as with the others, tiny cast, but so good, you just can't tell. If there's been any restrictions placed on this, they're just non-existent. This is one of those stories where if I say too much, they're classed as spoilers, and if I give you spoilers, it will literally spoil this story. But on the front of the box, there is Captain Jack Harkness in a warehouse surrounded by what looks like androids. You don't need much more than that to figure the whole plot out for yourself. It's basically a brilliantly well-told story. It has the feel, like I said, of actual TV Torchwood. You start realising and thinking, just like the Blake Sevens, that the TV's on in another room and you're listening to the episode. And the cast is so small, it's practically a stage play. And yes, it was recorded across continents, but you know what? You just can't tell. Barrowman is so much better than you remember. The guy's acting has evolved and has still got the heart of the original Jack, but it's just better than anything you can remember. And yes, with Torchwood you did have the odd, what did Floella Benjamin used to say? Sexy scene. Yeah, that sort of thing. Well, yes, that's the sort of thing that might appear in at least one of these scenes. And there was debate on the forums over on Divergent Universe and of course the original Big Finish forums about how audio Torchwood would handle the sexy scenes. Well, slightly better than I thought they would, because I was expecting, there's going to be a lot of, kissing the backs of their own hands, that kind of nonsense. But you know what? It works here. It's not gratuitous, and of course there's a lot less actual nudity on the radio. So yeah, a great story, something well worth adding to your collection. If you want to give Torchwood a go, give this a go. Seriously, you will not be disappointed. Have a listen to the trailer, decide for yourself, and the conspiracy grows, and I for one am listening. Be seeing you.
Coming soon from Big Finish Productions.
Who are you? What do you want?
My name is Jack Harkness. I'm here to help you.
If you don't leave right away, I'm phoning the police.
Mr. Redmond, I know that isn't you in St. Petersburg. We need to talk.
Are you afraid of dying? Look what you made me do, Jack.
Nothing which has happened to you these last few years was an accident. Everything was by design.
Neil Redmond.
Neil Redmond.
Neil Redmond!
Big Finish. We love stories.
I love you. I love you.
That was the Doctor Who Tin Dog Podcast, available on iTunes, YouTube, Twitter, RSS, Vimeo, and across the internet. Doctor Who and its associated properties are all copyright and trademark of the BBC. No infringement is intended. Why not become a supporter by visiting patreon.com/tindog. Contact the show on tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.